All right.
I'm just going to clap up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourselves. Oh my God. We are here at Universal Citywalk.
Right, baby.
This is our first podcast.
That's right. Look at his audience today.
Which means we got started on color people's time. We got started. We're supposed to start at 8. We don't get started until 8:45. That's how we get down. That's all right. Better late than never is what I say.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Well, I'm Steve Kimbrough. I'm your pod brother, and I'm going to be coming at you with my brand of podcasting here. And I got a band of talent that we're going to shellac you with our humor, our music, our singing. We got Danielle Hobbs in the house. Yes. We got Need for Speed with Rob Fenton is in the house.
Yeah.
Come on down. Come on, let's get it. Come on, Rob. Come on, have a seat right here because your segment's going to come up pretty quick. Need for Speed. So we're going to be talking about a lot of comedy here. And who's going to be helping me co-host the comedy segment of our podcast is the one and only, the talented, the very funny Jalen Bishop, ladies and gentlemen. Right here on my left, Jalen Bishop. Good muggly woogly. She's funny, she's cute, she's sexy. What else are you?
I'm not cute. Monkeys are cute, right? I am fine. Tell them, everybody.
She's a fine-ass monkey. That's what I'm saying.
This will be Steven's last podcast. Yeah. Because he's going to get beat up in the back.
It's comedy. I need a good ass whooping every once in a while. That's what I need. That's why I got my girl. I love that snort. Oh my God. That's like a comedian's aphrodisiac. Snorting. You know, that just made my nipples hard.
Mine too.
God. So, Rob Fenton. Well, give it up for Rob Fenton. Need for Speed.
Mr. NASCAR himself, ladies and gentlemen.
You might want to use that. That's going to amplify. We also have a very special guest. I'm very excited about this guest.
Me too.
You know, we have the director, owner, producer of the Beverly Hills New Media and TV Film Festival is going to come up here and tell us about that.
In the house.
Donna Spain, give it up. And she's wearing pink too. I saw her movie, Pretty in Pink.
Ooh, yeah.
Pretty in Pink, man. She's pretty in purple, pink, green. She's just damn pretty.
She's basically Victoria's Secret spokesmodel. You can just pretty much, pink, pretty in pink. She might as well walk around with the wings.
That's how we get down.
That's how we roll with Donna.
We also got the very funny Adam Grotman, and he brought a special guest. I can't wait to get Bob up here. Adam Grotman and Bob. Bob, what's your last name again? I'm sorry.
Ray.
Bob Ray. Bob Ray. Give it up for Bob Ray.
Is that his first name or his last name, Bob Ray?
Bob Ray. Bob Ray.
Yeah, Bob and Ray, the comedy duo.
Bob, Ray, and Gray.
Bob
and Ray, and my other brother,
That's
girl.
old-timey thing.
Yeah.
That's old school. So we got a very, very exciting show here. We also have Russian Sonia is going to stop in every once in a while. Russian Sonia, tell us a little bit about where you've been lately. What's been happening?
Oh, well, Russian Sonia has been back in Mother Ukraine for a little bit of time, so she decided to come to America last week, make a special appearance just for little Steven Kimbrough. Very funny man.
See, I love her.
Yes.
And we got Bridget from the UK.
Oh, Bridget from the UK. Yes, it's going to be quite lovely this evening. We're going to do a little bit of news discussion, if you will. Bridget has been around for multiple of years. She's straight from Lancaster, England. Yes, that's where she primarily resides. But from time to time, she likes to help you out.
And she performs root canals behind the pubs. So we love Bridget. we love that snort again. That's gonna happen. All right. So Rob, we have a guest online. So let's get to it. Philip, can you turn her up a little bit, and we will get that cracking and rocking. So this guest that we have, tell us a little bit about her and what she's doing. Valerie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, we're live, Valerie. So make sure that you're aware of that. We're live.
There's some folders up there with Valerie. She's got some pictures in the folder there. I'd like to incorporate those into this little segment.
Okay. So Valerie, everybody give Valerie a big round of applause for stepping in. You hear that, Valerie? You have fans.
I've known Valerie.
I do. Hi, Rob.
Hey. How long have I known you? Like
5 years, 6
5
years.
And she's going for the Land Speed Record at Bonneville Salt Flats. You already hold a couple of records there, right?
I do.
And what did you hold those on? What type of vehicles?
Harley Davidson Panhead.
Okay. And what speed did you achieve that you made this record with?
What's that?
What speed did you achieve on this Harley Davidson Panhead?
I went 161.736 on a Panhead.
Phenomenal.
Now, Valerie, why do they call it the panhead? Does it have anything to do with
Because it's the Harley Davidson Panhead.
Because when you hit the ground and you don't have a helmet,
Valerie.
your head starts to look like a
your
pan.
head looks like a pan? That's why.
No, it's ancient years ago on Harley Davidson. It's the name of the motorcycle. It's like a Fat Boy versus a Harley Davidson Road King.
When's the first time you decided to go fast, Valerie? When was your first fast experience?
That's Valerie, everybody.
It's my first racetrack. Unofficial time, I'm not gonna tell.
Okay, so this photo that we have up right now, this was a shoot that I did with you in Sedona, Arizona. And that was what, about 3 years ago? And we were originally... Go ahead.
Yeah, that's about right. We did it a couple of years ago.
So we were going to send this off to the troops in Iraq, right? We're going to make a calendar, this hot biker racer girl calendar. And so this is one of the photos that we put together. And if you keep clicking through, a few more
It's like the female version of Evel Knievel. Sexy.
So yeah, this is
Valerie, you're Santa's helper, I see.
What a great gift. Everyone wants that video.
Sedona's an incredible place, an incredible backdrop, as you can see. Go ahead and go through the next couple of photos here.
I believe that was.
I have to say that's my favorite.
Hey, Valerie, you're in fishnet right now.
Yeah.
The front row's going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're showing, but I hope it's all true.
It's beautiful. So this photo that's up right now is your calling card for the speed record that you're going for next weekend, right?
Yes, we're leaving on Thursday, and we'll be racing on Sunday.
Okay, so what are you racing?
I'm racing, can you see this?
No, we can't, Valerie. We can't see it. We've got different slides up.
I'm racing a BMW S1000 RR Superbike, and we expect to go about 190 miles per hour plus. And after the BMW, once I get warmed up, I'll go in a Suzuki Hayabusa, and hopefully I can get into the 200 mile per hour club.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
Valerie, really quick, can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect from you next weekend before we close you out here? Like, what do you do to prep to go for, the world record? What's your, do you have a special song that you listen to, a little bubble bath? How do you get down? What's your prep? Girl?
I have a special song that was written from a band here locally in Arizona. It's called Quarter Mile. They're a band called CTX, and it's about living your dreams. And it's on iTunes, and you can find us there.
And you living your dream, girl. Thanks for spending some time and sharing a little. Good luck next week with your attempt for the world record. And are you gonna be wearing like a tight leather suit or bikini? What's your wardrobe?
That's all we really care about.
You gonna be butt ass naked out there? I'll go see that record.
All right, Valerie, best of luck. And I know you're videotaping some of the racing out there, so you can give us a shout out to Need4SpeedTVPodcast.flv. We'd love to see some footage on there. And again, I wish you the best of luck. And let's break 200, baby.
Go get him, Val!
Thanks, Valerie. We'll see you later. Valerie, the world record. That's how she gets down. Now, Rob, tell us a little about Need for Speed. I mean, we kind of jumped to get Valerie in because I know she was online and we wanted to get her thing for Need for Speed. But tell me about what Need for Speed is about.
Need4SpeedTVPodcast.flv is a social network that I developed for people that love to race, or even streeter type people that have street cars that are modified or what have you. And, basically anybody could join this social network that's hyped on racing, and we cover everything from Formula One, marine, offshore racing, air racing. What I basically do is compile videos from YouTube that are the best of, and it'll be a consolidation of those videos on the site.
Now you race yourself? You get
I do.
What kind of car you drive? What kind of car you race?
There's a folder in there if you want to bring that up real quick. That first folder. This is my first race car. I got interested in Porsches when I was about 17. I was in the Air Force and I was on leave. I joined up pretty young. And my uncle in Beverly Hills had bought a brand new Porsche.
Oh, that's it. That's you?
Not it. But that was a culmination. That's what happened after I went for a ride in his Porsche all these years ago. It's stuck in my blood. So I've become a Porsche aficionado, and I've had 2 race cars. That was the first one that I acquired, and I ended up blowing the engine on it, unfortunately. I had it completely rebuilt prior. Well, we don't need to go to that folder yet.
Yeah, no, stick with that folder. We'll keep that up while we're talking. Keep that up while you. Now, give us have you ever had some racing close calls, like, where you needed to wear a diaper when you got out of the car? Did you,
Yeah, one of my first sessions, if you can bring up, there's a car on there, let's see, go to the 993. This car, I almost took it into a wall at Fontana, California Speedway. If we can, there's a couple more shots of this vehicle on there.
Bad ass.
But approaching about 170, going into turn 1,
Wow.
I ended up almost peeling off the paint from the passenger side. I had a instructor in the car with me who kind of like freaked out for a second. I think we were within about maybe 3 feet of the wall. When you're hitting a turn at that centrifugal force at 165, 170.
your eyeballs come out of your sight.
Yeah, you need to bleed a little bit of speed off. There's some more pictures if you could go on there. Let's see, the can. Go on to the can just below there.
Hey Phil, can you kill that problem window?
This is a vehicle.
Nine.
This is a Porsche twin turbo. It's about 500 horse, and as you can see, there's a Can 24-hour film challenge on here. That's how Kimbrough and I hooked up at the Cannes Film Festival.
I was just going to ask you how we met. How do we hook up?
It all evolved around this and around the Cannes 24-hour film challenge, and it was a phenomenal situation. This was a lot of these logos and decals that are on the vehicle. I was president of another production company that we were promoting over in Cannes. I will not mention the name, but
Anna was in Cannes.
I was at OidCon. I had a lovely experience. That's where I actually got the opportunity to meet Mr. Fenton.
Because you guys were same year, right?
Yeah, we were actually the same year. We were
That's how I know my Cannes people by the year.
Mm-hmm.
2005,
yeah, 2011 over there.
She hasn't been yet.
Yeah.
She's 12.
She's
Danielle hasn't been yet. She's 12.
Yeah.
Michael Vidal, he's 07. You 07, right? 07, 08,
Yeah.
12. I'm 04, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're 08.
yeah.
He's a whole history of con.
I say everyone in this room, we go 12.
Yeah.
Who's
I say
with
we
me?
are. Who wants to go to Cannes with us next year?
Cannes is a rocking place, man.
What's your best Cannes story, Rob? What's your best Cannes story?
Oh, it had to have been taking the rental car back to the airport. When I first arrived at, what's the airport you fly into there?
That would be the airport in Nice.
Nice.
The Nice airport.
I just recall the rental car woman saying, if you put regular fuel in the diesel engine, we do not cover the engine blowing up. And I'm like, and I was so excited about arriving there for the first time. I just kind of let it go. But the situation is the filler hoses on the cars over there in Europe are the same size basically, right? For diesel and regular fuel, whereas here they're different. They're different. So we're heading back to the airport. I'll wrap this up really quickly. I ended up sticking regular fuel in this damn diesel engine. It was a Peugeot I'm sitting here looking at the French countryside, just not paying attention to what I was doing, and we were starting to run late to get back to the airport. Anyways, we were right across the street from a Peugeot dealer, but they were on siesta, and I ran over there as fast as I could, and you know, they rounded up a guy that was sleeping, a mechanic, and we pushed the car over there and emptied out all the fuel, and it was something like 200 euros later, and we actually caught our flight within 5 minutes. I floored it to the airport. We were like a half hour out. I think we made it there in 15 minutes flat.
See, now that's how you do. That's how we do it in the hood. I'm glad to see some white people doing it.
Siphoning out gas.
I was tapping into my racing.
You get the Starsky and Hutch, fly it up, toss the keys, you was on the plane.
We were doing some drifting on those French highways, man.
The bottle of moonshine fell out the back.
Did you look out the window and see the guys looking at the car going?
Yeah. There were plenty of those.
Can I ask Rob a question?
Go for it.
So if I go to your website, because I've always had an inner need for speed, is there anywhere that I can find out how to race my own car? Like if I wanted to go find race car driving lessons per se?
I would say just Google that. You know, Google racing lessons.
I'm tapping you in right now.
Aren't you down with the racing? You're the race guy. That's why you on the show, because you're the expert.
Come on, yeah.
You
are my Google at this point. You are Google.
You know, raceyourassoff.com and sign up. It's $200 a lap. I know, tell them Robski sent you Need for Speed.
If you want to hop in the passenger seat of this car, you're welcome. The next time I go out to the track. But the other thing, this car was out at one of my favorite racetracks that I took this car up to, and I always had wanted to go on it, was up in Monterey, Laguna Seca. And it was actually raining, and I had this car up to about 140 in the front straight, and kind of pushing the envelope there, but it handled it so well. It's all-wheel drive, so you don't have the thing, you know, getting out from underneath you. But a lot of fun up there, and I'm doing a shoot up there. It'll be a newly formatted shoot, 3D. It's called the Porsche Rennsport 4, which is a major event by Porsche. It's the first time it's going to be put on the West Coast. And
you know, I'm a 3D guy, so maybe I might want to go help you with that.
You might want to?
Yeah, that's what I do. We're actually going to do a 3D segment. You know, let's segue into that right now. Since you know, I'm going to get to your can story later.
I hope so.
And you can make up a can story.
Don't worry, I'm getting it in my mind.
We're going to get to the comedy segment here in a minute.
Got that can
We're going to get
story
to
right
comedy
here.
in a minute. And, you know, so let's segue into the 3D. Oh, you know what?
My celebrity.
Actually, why don't you go to the celebrity stuff, and I'm going to go get my 3D props, because I was going to go into that.
Let's go back to the website. And if you want to click on this video down below, this is a celebrity rally.
Hey everybody, I'm Jessica Matthews.
I'm Jennifer Lyons.
And you are watching Need4Speed.TV. We're here at the Rally for Curing Kids Cancer with our celebrity guest host today, Eva Longoria Parker.
The paparazzi go kind of crazy here in a minute, so. You could actually lower the volume on that a little bit, and I'll just kind of talk over it. Basically, I don't mean to talk over Eva. You know, she's awesome and sexy and beautiful. But basically, this is a celebrity rally that's been going on for about 3 years now. Gene Simmons is involved, and I think they did a segment for Family Jewels. And the first year out, we raised about a little over $1 million for Children's Hospital, Los Angeles, and Padres contra el Cancer. And the event is a lot of fun. Each individual driver, and by the way, anyone can sign up to be a driver. All you have to do is raise $25K. So that gets you in the door. And then you go to this awesome celebrity draft party at the Roosevelt Hotel in Hollywood, poolside, and you could end up drafting Eva Longoria or Gene Simmons as your co-navigator. I actually ended up with Maria Conchita Alonso, who was a former Miss Venezuela, and she's a Grammy-nominated singer. And it was the time of my life. Let me tell
that
you.
must have sucked, huh?
Oh, big time. She was a lot of fun.
So now, did you guys end up meeting your quota? there for that fundraiser?
We did.
You did?
We did.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
We broke through 1 million. So.
Oh, there's some beautiful cars there. So now, Mr. Fenton, do you have your dream car right now, or would it be your Porsche?
My dream car I drove up in Monterey.
Yeah.
It was a Ferrari 599.
Yeah.
And that car was just stunning. I got to test drive it side by side with a Lamborghini Superleggera. And I thought I was going to have to peel my face off the windshield on that Lamborghini because of the brakes. And the Ferrari is just such a majestic piece of work. It's like art, a fluid piece of art. And it would run circles around my Porsche for sure.
Wow, that's just incredible. Yeah, that's the one. I got raised with a lot of the individuals from the. I got raised actually with Arlen Ness and his team, who were the creators of some of the first conversion motorcycles. And so my father built them as well. And I remember the first time he rode a Boss Hoss. He actually said that's the first time that his actual chest hurt on a motorcycle because of the force, because the Boss actually has a V8 engine instilled into it.
Yeah, I've seen
and
those.
I have to say that's one mean bike. I do love it. Out of all, Fat Boy, anything, I still love a Boss Hoss.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I've never been on one of those, but I'm sure they bolt.
Yeah. I'm glad you got the opportunity to ride that Ferrari.
I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
What is the top speed of a police car?
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you a quick story, a really good story. The first rally that I was ever involved in was called the Joyride Rally out of Santa Monica to New Orleans, and it was during it was for the Katrina relief effort at the hurricane that went through New Orleans. Everyone knows about that. So there's a folder in there actually, if you want to bring that up real quick. I think it's labeled Joyride Rally. And we had a police escort out of Santa Monica up Ocean Boulevard. There were tons of exotic cars there. A guy that was semi-famous for inheriting the Wrigley fortune. He had a helicopter that flew ahead of everyone to kind of scope out the CHP situation going down the freeways. And then he brought a Mercedes Maybach on the racetrack at Firebird Speedway in Phoenix, and racing this car around the track, serving Cristal in the back seat.
Yeah! Wow.
So
That's
I actually did not go for a ride in that. It was too decadent for me.
You know, I was in the back of a Pacer drinking some Night Train.
Yeah.
I raced the Geo. I think the top speed is 20.
Actually, I was in the back of a paddy wagon after drinking some Night Train.
The fastest I've gone is a Geo Metro. Top speed, 15 miles an hour.
Whoa.
You get out and run faster.
Actually, these pictures are in folder 3 up there. It says Joyride. And just to go through a few of these pictures real quick. But anyways, the story about this was, I'm not going to tell you what police were out there in the desert, but we were going down the I-10, and there's a separation between the, east and west. It's probably about a good 500 feet in between lanes, and there's a dirt patch area. Sometimes the cops sit in there. A Lambo passed me. I was doing about 140, and I saw him coming up on me. He must have been doing 200. I had to hang on my steering wheel because I ate up about a half a lane because of the wind that went past me. So
You sure that wasn't burritos you had earlier?
It could have been, because there was a donkey cart out there. I think we ran it over, and there was burritos everywhere. But anyway, that was racist. Anyways, this guy flew past me, and the police have him on their scanners. There was a police helicopter above, and the conversation that they picked up, because they had radio scanners in some of these exotic cars, and they heard the police contact the helicopter. And, did you just see that guy fly past us? And the helicopter said, yeah, there's 3 more coming. So they let him slide. This guy made it all the way into Phoenix without a ticket. I don't know how he did it, but I backed off because I knew these guys were going to get busted at some point. And we saw all 3 of them getting pulled over up ahead. I was laying back with this girl that was in this Mercedes DTM, like a $500,000 street racing car factory, and we were just like getting paranoid. And I said, "Let's back off." And as soon as I said that, all 3 of these guys were pulled over, and we went past them at 75, and we were just doing like a $140. So That was a lot of fun. Anyways, except for the guys that got pulled over. I don't think anyone went to jail on this particular event, but the Texas DPS wanted to throw some people in jail. I didn't make it that far. I didn't go all the way to New Orleans with these guys, but I just went to Phoenix. And my grand screw-up was going down the freeway in Scottsdale. And if you're ever in Scottsdale, they got the cameras on the light posts above the freeway. And I had a guy in the car with me that like, he was involved in the group, and he was from Scottsdale, and he goes, dude, you see those flashes going off up there? And I go, yeah, what the hell's that? He goes, they're getting your speed and your license plate, and you better get off the freeway, like, fast. And I was
You don't have to pay for those, man. You know,
they never
you know those cameras they take at the intersection? You don't have to pay for those now. Do you guys know that?
Yeah. Especially because they're not going to be able to see that sheet.
They're done. You can just blow through them. You know, they found out that those things cause more accidents than saving people's lives. You know? I am an example of that. I'm serious. Because, you know, normally if the cameras aren't there, right, you make that judgment call. You see the light's about to change. Do I slam on the brakes? Do I hit the gas? Do I go for it? Me, I'm going for it. So I hit the gas, but what I'm gonna do is, as I hit the gas, I'm looking for cars like, okay, who's gonna blow this light? Who's gonna jump the green? My focus is on the cars, who's gonna make a left-hand turn. I'm focusing on, and when I see somebody like, give me the finger blow, I'm like, yeah, okay, missed that one, cool, no accident. But with them damn cameras up there, I'm not looking at traffic. First thing I'm doing is like, I'm looking for camera, like, I'm like this, I'm like, bam! Oops, my bad.
I never get caught because they have to see your face to prove it's you. So what I do is when I'm speeding through there, and as soon as I see it get ready to click off, I'm like, can't tell it's me. I'm like, okay.
So you were the cause of the accident in the intersection last week on the
That was her.
and
That was her. She get everything go through the intersection like this. Officer.
Let me know.
That's why I drive with my ass cheeks.
Let me know when you're on the city streets.
They saw the camera, they're like, when did Carrot Top dye his
I think
hair?
if you're gonna get a picture, you get a picture of my ass cheeks on the steering wheel.
Anyways, I don't know if we went through these pictures already.
We're done with the pictures,
Good,
right?
let's roll.
Need for Speed, just sped. We're moving on. Thank you very much. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to talk about the 48-hour film challenge.
All right.
Since the entire cast of crew is up here.
Rock and roll.
So we're going to segue right into that. All right. For you people who don't know, the 48-hour film challenge is a project. It's in like 80 cities around the world. Phil, can you pull that up on the website?
Yes, Phil.
48hourfilmproject.com, I think it is. And while he's pulling that up, basically how this works is you have 48 hours to make a 6-minute film. And what happens is it's coming. What happens is like 60 or 70 cities participate all over the world, and they have like 80 to 90 teams participate, and you show up at a designated point, and they give you draw your genre, and they give you like a prop, and they give you a line and a character name that you have to put in it. This year, it was Jeremy North and Jenny North. So we had to have those characters in there. The prop was a hygiene mask. The line was,
Please don't tell me that's what I think it is.
and then you had to do that in 6 minutes. So
Yeah.
we actually participated, and we didn't make it in on time, but you know.
But we don't care because
We were close.
We were close.
We were there.
We were this close. I mean, there's a little bit of drama. First of all, to do this thing is a lot of work. I mean, you got, first, if you want to know who your real friends are, ask them to do 48-hour film challenge with you. And if they stick with you,
foot.
Start out with 48 friends, you'll end up with 5.
yeah, if they stick with you, they're like your true blue friends.
Yeah.
If they quit on you halfway in, it's just like, see you, peace out, and you know to cross them off the wheel. Because there's some serious.
My life experience.
It's some serious work. The key is putting together some quality people, though. And you know, Jalen, I saw her stand up, and I was like, I want her in my film. She's pretty damn good. And Anna from Can 08, she was in a short film I produced way back in the day called Soccer Mom Secrets, and she was the secret. And
Little job will do ya.
and Rob and I worked on some film projects, some video projects with some events. So I thought, you know, the key is putting together some quality people, and you can write it out. But we had some challenges. I mean, like the first challenge was our lead actor. We shot all Friday night, and then Saturday she quit on us. So we lost like 5 hours there. And then we kept our jib and our Steadicam and all our equipment inside because we shot in the club here. We left it in here, and we weren't able to get access to the equipment for like, we lost 5 hours there.
Yeah.
And then my camera didn't talk to, or no, his camera didn't talk to my computer. So he's got like the sophisticated Panasonic. What's your camera? We're shooting on it right now.
The HVX 200.
The HVX 200 shoots a beautiful picture, but no, if it talks to your computer, you might have to download some software. And we spent, what, almost 8 hours Saturday night just trying to get it to talk to each other, and it still didn't work. And the saving grace was our editor, who was Anna's friend, Harrison, had a MacBook Pro that he had just downloaded Final Cut 10, and 10 actually talks to that computer. I got Final Cut 8.
Yep.
And that's what we learned. We learned that, okay, his camera talks to Final Cut 10, not Final Cut 8.
And doesn't it talk to HPs too sometimes and not Macs?
Well, that's possible.
Yes.
That's possible.
That's one thing
There's a little more to the story, though. I mean, we raced out to Thousand Oaks, which is where I live, and we spent from, what, 11:30, we got out there maybe 12:30 in the a.m., and we worked through until 8 a.m., and then you booked it for the Long Beach Marina.
Yeah, and then I was so tired, I sent my cast and crew to the wrong yacht club.
Imagine his face trying to get in the yacht.
What the hell? How do I know there's 2 Long Beach yacht clubs?
But I made $45 because they let me clean some of the yachts.
I might have seen that.
Yeah, she polished the badingy real good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was a boy.
I told you this is going to be his last podcast.
You want me to win that a lot? Yeah, I know. I want that nice. But I'm like, so I raced down. I've been up like all night Saturday night. I get to the yacht and it's like, where's my people? And then one by one, they start trickling in.
Yeah, Harrison was actually telling me because Steven, kindly enough, after all of the 48-hour film challenge on Sunday, actually drove Harrison, our editor, back down to Venice Beach where he lives. And I was talking to Harrison the next day, and he's like, yes, man, Steven is such a cool guy. He's like, but his driving, I don't know, man. I'm driving along with him, and I'm editing, and I keep looking over the side of him, and I see Steven's head just keep nodding. Nodding. And I guess he turned to you at one point, and he's like, man, I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
Yeah, he did.
Pull over, you know what I mean? You're not going to get your film if I'm not going to edit this shit.
And you know how we are. We all like, no, man, I'm cool.
Yeah. I'm awake. I'm up.
I'm cool, I'm straight.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah.
I think we had 2 pots of coffee at my place, if I recall.
No, you cracked me up, man, because was it Saturday or Sunday, we were, like Harrison and I are in there editing like 2 Banshees, and Rob comes in with these 2 5-gallon buckets of coffee.
I thought it was menudo or something like soup for the restaurant next door. I was like, wow.
My
At 10 a.m.?
I'm like, who's that for? It's like, you.
Yeah.
All right then. Yeah. But it was fun, man.
It was a lot of fun, except I would rather have done it without a broken foot. I can tell you that much.
I give you big kudos for doing this with a broken foot. Give it up for Rob.
For your hand.
It's still broken.
That was 200 miles an hour into a wall. No, I'm just kidding.
I would have stuck with that.
I would
have stuck with that. Yeah.
Don't tell the rest.
It wasn't my streetcar though.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell about it.
So, and a quick tip for you: if you decide to do the challenge next year, make sure you get some sleep before the 48 hours. Because I forgot to do that. Last year I did the same thing. I go, this year I'm gonna sleep 18 hours and then get up and do the draw and then go and do it. And then I'll have my skills and stuff for 40. It's 65 hours.
It's like an endurance.
I was up straight.
It's like 24 hours of Le Mans or something.
Yeah.
Where you're just like racing. It's not as demanding, but.
When you stay up that late, your body starts to shake and your eyeballs start bugging out of your head.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I feel like you're back in the 70s after a late night at Woodstock or something. What happened?
I took my scenes and went to bed.
So we're gonna screen our film here a little bit later, but before we close this segment out, Anna Banana, what was one of your favorite moments of the 48 hours?
Oh gosh, which one?
Okay, give me two. Give me best moment, worst moment.
Okay, funniest moment when we're all at the Villa Cayette. Steven likes to, he's very well known for hosting, and he conducts the 24-hour film challenge over in Cannes, France, right? So we're there the next morning, and we had all been filthily dirty from everything and all the film festivals. We were out partying till like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning, because in Cannes it's just one continual party fest. You know, you go to clubs, go to your screenings, everything. So we're there the next day, and we're all setting up at this beautiful mansion called the Villa Cayette up in the hills. And Steven decides that he's feeling a little bit hot and a little bit dirty. So Steven, and probably about 15 of us, decides to just go stark and jump in the pool for his refreshing moment of getting cleaned and refreshed, instead of using any of the showers. And by the way, we have some great footage in video going back later.
That was before the cabaret girls came on.
But I think another one of my famous moments is, see, in Cannes, it's very imperative as a new artist or production team that you're getting seen by the paparazzi. So the big deal in Cannes is that you want to make sure and get tickets to the screenings and the red carpet events. So Steven gets me all prepped up and the rest of our cast and crew, and he's like, tomorrow morning we got a screening, it's going to be 10 a.m., make sure you got your penguin suit on, make sure you got your dress. So we're all getting all prepared, right? So the next day, we're all walking up the red carpet and looking around, we're all excited, we're dressed to the nines, and suddenly we're seeing everybody that's dressed all casually. Just suddenly walk in.
Shorts, tank tops, t-shirts.
The CEO of the Cannes Festival is walking in, he's walking in shorts, everybody's got their cup of joe, and here we're all, the penguins, walking into the Cannes Festival, thinking that we're about to have like our celebrity interview, paparazzi. There's not a single person.
Look at the fine print on the ticket. It was second viewing. It wasn't the world premiere. It was next day's second viewing.
Yeah.
And you go with your casual clothes and shorts.
Yeah.
Here we're in tux and shoes, loaded in a mini skirt, looking all hot.
What is wrong with these Americans? I swear, I don't know. They do their own thing.
No, my favorite moment was you and I were sitting in a screening. We're so tired because we're partying and hitting all the parties, and we fall asleep. The best sleep you can get is in a theater in Cannes. Yeah. There's air conditioning, the seats are big and red and cushy, and you just know, and you sit down there for 2 seconds, and next thing you know, you're just like, and the French, they're very annoying. Yeah. You know, they're like, he jumped back there, bring you to sleep, he says, you can't take a seat, the kind of vegetable, wake up, you know. I'm like, man, it's the first time you got a brother sleeping, and you should come into Compton to the theater, and all of us are talking.
Yeah. It was great because Steve and I like had a tag team, so like elbow each other every 5 seconds, you know what I mean? One of us would start to doze off, and you suddenly feel this jolt. Yeah, we're awake, hi.
The Americans are like, shh, let him sleep, let him sleep. Yeah. They talk the whole movie in Compton.
Yeah.
Let him sleep.
Yeah.
They were like, wake up. This is a good film. Oh my God.
And God bless both of our snoring. So we're both sitting there every 5 seconds.
But I do have to say, some of the films at the Cannes Film Festival are
sleepable.
Dead ass.
Awful.
Sleep, nappy time. I mean,
you should be paid to go to that screening.
If you know, it's kindergarten, graham crackers and cookies and milk nap time. I'm talking deep nap time. I mean,
Conan time, right?
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, here in America, we're used to the quick cuts, the fast, the action, the dialogue, the this, the that. Our attention span is so short. I challenge you, your next action film, to count the cuts in an American film. And I guarantee you, you're going to have about 50 cuts in 3 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Not those films. Yeah. Those films, there'll be an establishing shot of a guy like way in the field, walking the entire time, 15 minutes to ring the doorbell, then they cut to the inside the door, like, what?
Oh, I can see me having fun.
We have to sit here and watch him walk 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, so your first 48-hour film challenge, Jalen Bishop, give me a best and worst moment for you on the 40-hour film challenge.
The worst moment was, you know, the budget was, we're gonna say low, okay, or none.
It was micro low.
Yeah, none.
It was micro low.
So I had thought that I wanted to be girly, like the rest of the girls, ladies. You know how we want to get cute, everybody's getting cute. And I wanted to put on some eyelashes, okay, and I really don't know how to do it. So the worst moment was when my eyelash was sideways and I thought I looked good, and I was looking at all the rest of the girls going, "Are you supposed to be doing like this?" I can't see anything, but my eyelash was going up and down. So that was the worst moment. Note to self, get them put on professionally next time. The best moment was just being in a film. You know, when you actually see yourself, I'm a stand-up comedian and I'm always on stage, and just walking into that theater and somebody paying $11, and they have to pay, I mean, don't get it wrong. You got to pay to come see me do stand-up. Don't get it twisted. Right. But when you see yourself on screen, I was like, damn, my head is big. Wow. I was like, wow. But it's like really amazing when you really see yourself on camera like that. So that was probably like the best moment for me.
In an actual cinema project, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that your mama can see and your grandma can see, you know. It's different.
You did a great job. You're calling.
Oh, please.
You know, your comedy is the prelude to your acting.
Oh, just come on, there you go. Oh, please, come on.
Rob, best and worst of 48?
Best and worst. Had to have been my first time acting in a film. I just kind of threw myself into the mix. So that was very cool for me. I played a hitman that had been shot in his foot, and I went off on it.
No, he played a hitman that shot himself in the foot.
And that's what really got
with anger management issues, and he got hired to be a bodyguard for the senator's wife.
So that was fun. That was the best part for me. I'd say the worst part was once the camera was not communicating with your computer at about 11:30 at night, and then we rolled out to 1000 Oaks, and we spent the next straight 8 hours wide awake editing and just getting everything situated. So,
you know, my best time at the 48, because I was writer-director, you know, was knowing that I was going to write a really hot, sexy shower scene with Anna. And the worst part was I was so tired I forgot to write that scene. But my second best time was I knew I was going to write a hot, sexy bedroom scene with Jalen. And the worst time was I just was too tired I forgot to write that scene too.
You need one of those Frenchmen to hit you.
This 48 sucked for me, man. I could have had 2 smoking scenes with these 2 honeys, man. I totally forgot to write that in. Damn it. Next year.
Yeah, next year.
All right. 48, nice big round of applause, you guys. Rob, before you go, because I'm going to bring up our next guest, I'm going to bring up Donna Spangler and her crew to talk about the film festival. Before you leave, your Need for Speed is going to be a spin-off podcast, and you're going to talk about a lot of exotic cars and races and rally for kids. Give us a little bit of a preview of what your podcast is going to be about, Need for Speed.
Basically, I do a lot of the content production myself, and I mentioned that one of our next segments up at Laguna Seca in Monterey is going to be shot in 3D. And hopefully I have a host that's coming along. She's fairly famous in her own right. She was a Speed TV host, and she's been involved in a lot of these rallies, the Cannonball Run, and she's had some run-ins with the police that she's actually out there on the internet. You could look her up. I'm not going to give you her name right now. I'm just waiting to make sure she's coming on board. But we're hoping to do a really nice podcast, and hopefully everybody will love it. And our site again is Need4SpeedTVPodcast.flv, and the number 4 instead of the FOR.
All right, Rob. Need for Speed. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Fenton.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.